Alright, folks, welcome back. Bienvenidos a todos. Hoy es el día 20. It is day 20. Let's get right into it. It's been a long day. It was one of the longer days. And our level up day on Wanikani. Katsuhiro is delivering as your usual pace setter. Then we have our chill session. It's still pretty chill on the Duolingo side of things, right? So, describe clothing. Do we go into more? No, it was fairly minimal stuff, right? Let's throw off some hats to like maybe by estas, estas, and we have two new things. Pantalon or pantalones, right? And zapato or zapatos. Honestly, I think that's it. Those are new. Everything else is floraling everything. One thing, usad being used as to dress or to wear. I mean, to wear. That's an interesting thing. Then the rest is lots and lots of plurals. Working on plural agreements. What about adjectives? Lots of adjectives as well that are repeats, like pequeño, bonito, not expensive or cheap, right? Like barato, barato. One of those, and then caro. No, not too much. I would be surprised if I found anything that wasn't a conjugation thing. So they're leaning really heavy on the conjugation last unit. And then we have 3 podcasts. As per usual, 3 pods. The first one, I was kind of almost right on the mark. The first one was clothing. Oh, just a green dress or something. Just a dress. And sure enough, that's Oscar. And the person was just describing the green dress that they like. And Oscar's like, well, it's no couture. No, nothing fancy. And I'm not very good with I don't even know how you spell couture. Maybe it's like with a K. No, it feels like it's a C. Like this. There might not even be a U in there. The second one was Falstaff. Turns out it was Falstaff. They were talking about color of clothing. That's not how you spell color. Color of clothing. So one liked purple, I think. They were really digging about purple or green. And then Falstaff make a comment like, well, in the bear world, it's fur. And it's just a brown fur. And that's it. I don't have to worry about it. It's brown. And then we had Lynn. It was they were talking about they were describing clothing again. So most of the stuff was describing clothing. Family stories? Debating just a green dress. Family stories? Oh. What? I don't know how this went. Maybe it was like, I remember the punchline. Lynn was like, oh yeah, you know, that's well and good knowing about what kind of clothing you have and what your family likes. But I prefer to talk about pajamas. For sleeping purposes. Most of it was using green, purple, mainly green. Everything's like green. Oh, there was some red. The adventure was Zadi's shopping. So Zadi was shopping. And oh, we should draw the stuff. Oh. Zadi started like here. There were dresses here. And I forgot who is here. Eddie was here. Made the scene so big. So we had Eddie, and then behind the counter was Bea, Eddie, and this was Lily, and then there were shoes over here on a counter. So you like go to Eddie, and he's like, "Do you have a coupon for like shoes or stuff, right?" And they're like, "Oh no, I don't need coupon for shoes. I'm here for dress." Right? It's like, "Oh, go talk to Lily." So you go talk to Lily, and there's a pink dress over Rosa. So they asked for a pink dress, and you got the pink dress. Then you go to Bea, and Bea's like, "Oh, well, with this, there's an offer. There's an offer that you can grab shoes." So you grab some shoes over here, then you go back, and Bea's like, "Do you have a coupon?" "No, I don't have one." So then you go back to Eddie to get the coupon, and you go back here, and you got both. So you went. It was pretty involved. There was a few words here that we have not come across yet. Offer is one of them. Coupon, self-explanatory. So yeah. You squeezed in a bunch of clothing things. Lots and lots of questions. I like the question response in these. You get really used to hearing the questions. All right. Again, though, very still quite stilted compared to the story ones. Let's quickly look at the words. Oh, mis tu sus. That's a good one. Mis tu sus are new too. And then everything else is nothing else besides zapatos and pantalones. What's it? Not much. Ask for directions. Perdón. ¿Dónde está la estación de tren? En tren, not train. Tren. Excuse me. Yeah, okay. La estación está cerca del hotel. Around or close. Oh, around. Cerca is close. What am I thinking about? Okay. El hotel está lejos. Oh, okay. So we have cerca and lejos. De la parada, that stop. Parada del autobús. Okay, that's fine. Nosotros estamos al lado del café. Lado next. Okay, so we're getting all the positions. All the positions. Oh no. Right and left. Don't even remember which is which. El hotel está a la derecha o a la izquierda. Oh yeah, izquierda. A la derecha. Okay, okay. I remember izquierda when I said it. I don't remember derecha though. Derecha. ¿Dónde estás? You already saw how estar can be used to describe temporary condition. You can also use estar to talk about the location of places, objects, or people. Nosotras estamos en el parque. El hospital está en la ciudad. Okay. Al and del. Oh boy, oh boy. In Spanish, you never say del. Instead, these words are combined together, yeah, into del. Estamos cerca, cerca del café ahora, because we're talking about now positions. Okay. And similarly, a and el are always combined together into al. Quiero ir al, oh yeah, to ir al aeropuerto en la mañana. Okay. But de and don't combine with la, los, or las. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, estamos cerca de la calle, yeah. ¿Por qué no quieres ir a los parques? Jeez. Alright. The grammar points are gonna choke me out eventually.
El tren.
El tren.
Mi carro está cerca.
Mi carro está cerca. Okay. Okay. Cerca.
¿La ciudad está cerca?
La ciudad está cerca.
¿Vives cerca de aquí?
¿Vives cerca de aquí? Cerca de.
Yo quiero viajar a España.
Yo quiero viajar a España. Oh, to travel. Viajar.
Viajar.
Viajar. Juan quiere viajar a Cancún. Cancún. Él necesita unas vacaciones.
¿Quieres ir a la biblioteca?
And then ir. Right. Infinitive.
Necesito ir a México esta semana.
Okay. ¿Cuándo quieres viajar? ¿Lunes o martes? Martes.
Madrid tiene muchas estaciones de tren.
Yeah, estaciones. Okay. Madrid. Madrid tiene muchas estaciones de tren.
Pablo
necesita comprar un boleto en la estación de tren.
¿Cuándo quieres ir a la estación? ¿Cuándo
¿Cuándo
quieres
quieres ir
a
a
la
la metro
metro?
estación?
¿Cuándo quieres ir a la estación?
Oh wow, you can wait.
¿Cuándo quieres ir a la estación?
You can wow, that law is okay.
¿Dónde
¿Dónde
está
está mi
mi
tren?
tren?
Okay. Nuevo York no está cerca cerca del California, or is it just de California without the we don't need an el or la. Okay, yeah.
York.
Because of California position. Nueva York.
Está
Oops.
No.
No está
cerca.
cerca de
California.
California. Okay. La estación.
Estación.
La estación está cerca de la escuela.
Escuela.
Why la? It's not corporate? Yeah. I feel like ST will say something about la.
El hotel.
Hotel.
El
El
aeropuerto.
aeropuerto.
¿Dónde está el café?
Wait, ¿dónde está el café? Café. Not café. Café.
Yo quiero comer.
Yo quiero comer un sándwich en la café. That café, not the. En el café. Whoops. El parque.
¿Dónde estamos ahora?
Estamos ahora.
¿Dónde está el hotel?
¿Estás cerca del restaurante ahora?
¿Estás cerca del restaurante ahora? So are you near del? You gotta be careful, del. Are you near the restaurant now? Are you close to the restaurant now? Yo estoy en el café del pueblo.
Juan quiere ir al café en la mañana.
Juan quiere ir al café en la mañana. Okay. Once. Café.
Porque quieres ir al hotel.
Porque quieres ir al hotel. Okay.
Estamos en el aeropuerto de Londres.
Londres. Oh, estamos en el aeropuerto de Londres. Interesting. We are at what we are next to what? Wait. We are at London Airport? Okay, that's okay. I was gonna phrase that really different. Nosotros estamos en una tienda en la aeropuerto.
La estación de tren está cerca de los parques.
Parques. Está cerca de. Okay. El café
café está
está cerca del hotel.
del hotel.
¿Dónde?
¿Dónde
Está
está
el
el
parque?
parque? También
También
quiero ir del parque.
parque.
Oh, wrong one. Wrong preposition. También quiero ir al parque. Wrong preposition. There.
El
El
autobús.
autobús.
La
La puerta. Where is this coming? Where are we
Luis y
going?
Nicolás están aquí.
Maybe at the door of the restaurant or something. Or I'm at the door now. I'm in front or behind to the left. Okay. Luis y Nicolás están aquí. Aquí.
Yo vivo al lado de un hotel.
Al lado. The live. Lado. Oh no, next. I live next to a hotel. Okay.
Nosotros estamos al lado del café. Nosotros
Nosotros
estamos
estamos
lado del café. Nosotros estamos al lado del café.
Nosotros estamos al lado del café. Okay. That's a this is a grammar point.
¿Dónde están los estudiantes?
Están en el parque al lado de la universidad.
Yo estoy muy lejos de mi casa.
Lejos. Far, right? Lejos. I am very far from my house.
Las universidades están lejos del parque.
Las universidades
están
universidades están lejos del parque.
Manuel necesita ir al supermercado.
Supermercado. Manuel. Supermercado.
El café está
El café está lejos del supermercado.
El autobús tiene 2 puertas.
Puertas. Is the short
¿Dónde está la parada de autobús?
parada. Parada. Okay, autobús. Where is the bus? Okay. Sofía está en la parada de autobús. Ella quiere ir a su casa.
Ir.
Okay.
Hotel.
El hotel está lejos.
Lejos.
Lejos de la parada del autobús. Oh, okay. All right. I see.
Los estudiantes.
Los estudiantes están. ¿Eh? Están
Están
en
la
la parada. Parada del
del
autobús.
autobús.
El
Autobús.
autobús
Tiene
tiene dos puertas.
Okay. It's getting a little dicey.
El banco.
Okay.
El hospital.
¿Quieres tomar un taxi?
Tomar. To take. ¿Quieres tomar un taxi? Okay. La izquierda. Izquierda.
A la izquierda.
A la izquierda. Izquierda.
La derecha.
La derecha.
A la derecha.
A la derecha.
Estamos lejos del metro.
Metro. That's just subway, okay. Estamos lejos del metro.
¿Por qué no quieres?
¿Por qué no quieres tomar el metro?
¿El hospital está muy lejos?
¿El hospital está muy lejos? El hospital está cerca del parque. I was just looking at the map, not the choices.
Estamos en la calle Aguilar.
Okay.
Esta ciudad tiene muchos bancos.
Esta ciudad tiene muchos bancos. Calles. Okay. A la derecha.
Yo
necesito un banco ahora.
Ahora.
Okay.
A la
A la izquierda.
izquierda.
O
O
a la derecha.
derecha.
Okay. All right. That's quite a lot actually. And we're back to getting some stuff. También quiero ir al parque.
¿Por qué no quieres tomar el metro?
¿Por qué no quieres tomar el metro? Esteban necesita ir a su casa ahora. Él está en la estación de tren.
Estación.
La calle Vargas está muy lejos de aquí.
Okay.
El supermercado está a la izquierda.
El supermercado está
lejos.
¿Lejos?
El supermercado está a la izquierda. Lejos.
Oh, a la izquierda. Okay.
Yo estoy en el café del pueblo.
That's fine.
La parada de autobús está a la izquierda.
La parada
de
de
autobús
autobús está a la izquierda. Oops.
Izquierda.
¿Estás cerca del restaurante ahora?
¿Estás cerca del restaurante ahora?
Yo vivo al lado de un hotel.
Yo vivo. Yo vivo.
Al lado de un hotel. Yo vivo al lado de un hotel.
Al lado.
Necesito comprar un boleto de tren.
¿Cuándo quieres ir a la estación?
Sí, la biblioteca está a la izquierda. Sí, la biblioteca está a la izquierda.
¿Dónde está
Izquierda.
la estación de tren?
Está cerca del supermercado. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. Next batch is gonna
¿Por
be
qué no
rough.
quieres?
¿Por qué no quieres tomar el metro?
A la derecha.
A la derecha.
Nosotros estamos cerca de la puerta. Cuenta. Puerta.
Los hospitales están en la ciudad.
Estamos lejos del metro. Metro.
Disculpe, señor. ¿Dónde está el metro?
Está a la izquierda, en la calle Milagros. Interesting. Las mujeres están en una fiesta.
Fiesta.
¿Dónde están los estudiantes?
Están en el parque al lado de la universidad. La parada de autobús está al lado del hotel.
Hotel.
Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos. Ciudad tiene 3
Tres
aeropuertos.
aeropuertos.
Francia tiene muchos trenes.
Hola, Carla. Soy Josefina. Tu hermana y yo estamos en el café cerca del parque. ¿Tú dónde estás?
¿Dónde está Josefina? En el café con tu hermana, whoever they're talking to, I guess. Bruno, quiero el banco hoy. Él necesita dinero.
Mi papá siempre necesita viajar en tren a su trabajo. Su casa está cerca de 2 estaciones de tren. Es perfecto para él.
El papá vive cerca de 2 estaciones de tren. Gloria y Julia están en el hospital.
Está.
Ella está en la parada de autobús. ¿Ne? Oh, ok.
Nueva York tiene muchas estaciones del metro. Metro.
Están.
There. I'm like, what? Alright, time for the story. Need help.
¿Necesita ayuda? Lynn está en la calle.
Okay.
Ella ve a un hombre cerca de su carro.
Cerca de su carro.
Él está preocupado.
Hola, ¿necesita ayuda?
Lynn, ¿huh?
Mi carro.
Tiene un problema.
¿Puedo usar su teléfono, por favor?
Lynn le da su teléfono al hombre.
Sí, pero...
Lo siento. Un momento.
El hombre llama por teléfono.
It probably has no charge.
Buenos días.
Or not.
¿Es el taller de reparación de carros?
Okay. No, the phone still works. The man borrowed Lynn's phone so he could...
Mi carro tiene un problema.
Señor.
El hombre ignora a Lynn.
Ignora.
¿Ah? No sé dónde estoy.
Don't know where I am.
Disculpe, señorita.
Sí,
¿Dónde estamos?
muy cerca del taller de reparación de carros.
There is a automotive repair nearby. Holy. Yeah.
¿Qué?
Yo trabajo en el taller los fines de semana.
She works there? Ah. On the weekends.
Soy mecánica. Entonces, ¿necesita ayuda?
Entonces, so. Yep, there you go. Por favor. Puedo. Ayuda. Señorita. Usar. Okay. Lynn is a mechanic, huh?
¿Necesita ayuda? Lynn está en la calle. Ella ve a un hombre cerca de su carro. Él está preocupado.
Hola, ¿necesita ayuda?
Mi carro. ¿Puedo usar su teléfono, por favor?
Lynn le da su teléfono al hombre.
Sí, pero...
Lo siento, un momento.
El hombre llama por teléfono.
Buenos días. ¿Es el taller de reparación de carros? Mi carro tiene un problema.
Señor.
El hombre ignora a Lynn.
¿Ah? No sé dónde estoy. Disculpe, señorita.
Sí.
¿Dónde estamos?
Muy cerca del taller de reparación de carros.
¿Qué?
Yo trabajo en el taller los fines de semana. Soy mecánica, entonces, ¿necesita ayuda?
Trabajo. Trabajo preocupado. Carro. Cerca. Lo siento. She was able to help after all, you know? Alright, here's where it gets choppy. One's gonna be dicey.
Aburrido.
Aburrido.
Tren.
Tren.
Mensaje.
Mensaje. Nosotros.
La
ciudad está cerca.
Nosotros.
Nosotros.
Carta.
Carta.
Ir.
Ir. Disfrutar.
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 Yo
necesito ir a la estación de tren.
La estación de tren está cerca.
Estación. Oh, it didn't register
Perdón, ¿dónde está la estación de tren? 3.
the...
Tren.
Oh, you almost got me. Nueva York. No. Está cerca... Cerca de... Monia.
Yo quiero viajar con mi familia.
¿Cuándo quieres ir a la estación? Ah,
El restaurante mexicano está muy cerca.
El niño no quiere viajar en tren. Quiere viajar en carro.
¿Vives cerca de aquí? No, quiero viajar a Barcelona.
Universidad. Está cerca de aquí. ¿Dónde? Oh, just kidding. ¿Quieres ir a la biblioteca? ¿Vives cerca de aquí? El restaurante. We can go with Mexicano. Está muy cerca. Oh, whoops. I had an accent.
Para.
Ahora.
Cerca de.
Aeropuerto.
María está en el café con su novio.
Oh, I totally missed the good night. Good night. Good night, Turtle, if you're still here. Sorry about that. Probably already went to bed. María está en el café con su novio.
Parque.
Jefe.
Leer.
Disfrutar.
¿Quién está
en el café?
Calle. Hoteles.
Leer.
Mamá.
Mamá.
El señor Martínez necesita ir al aeropuerto.
Yo necesito la dirección del hotel.
I need the address of the hotel.
¿Quieres ir al parque hoy?
Blanca no está en el aeropuerto, está aquí conmigo. Estamos en el hotel.
Blanca está en el hotel.
La estación
de tren. Está cerca de los parques. Okay.
¿Por qué quieres ir al hotel?
Nosotros en una ciudad grande. Oh, no. Estamos.
Él está en el restaurante del aeropuerto.
Okay. El café está cerca del hotel. Nosotros estamos en el hotel con mamá. ¿Quieres ir a los parques hoy? Oh, it's just to the park. I was looking at parks. I was expecting parks. That's fine. Holy heck! Oh, my hand shifted. ¿Dónde estamos? ¿Ahora? Parque. Okay. Okay.
Aeropuerto.
Ahora. Aeropuerto.
Escribir.
Escribir.
Autobús.
Autobús.
Puerta.
Puertos. ¿Puertas?
El hotel.
Oh, no. El hotel tiene una puerta grande.
Triste.
Triste.
Bebé.
Bebé.
Lejos.
Lejos. Okay. Trying to remember all the other ones.
También.
El autobús.
El autobús tiene dos puertas. Puertas.
El pueblo tiene 2 supermercados.
Supermercados.
El hotel está lejos de la parada. Leemos. Lejos.
El pueblo tiene 2 supermercados. El autobús tiene 2 puertas.
¿Dónde está la parada de autobús?
Parada.
El restaurante está al lado del hotel.
Al lado del hotel.
Las universidades están lejos del parque. Están.
Disculpe. Disculpe, señor. Is the park far? El parque está lejos. Oh, and they wanted perdón. Los hombres están. María está. Ustedes están. Estamos al lado del café. El autobús. Oh, la parada del autobús está cerca del parque. El café está al lado del restaurante. El restaurante? Question. Okay, it's not so bad so far.
Mensaje. Conmigo.
Excuse me.
También.
Calles.
Esta
Esta ciudad tiene muchos bancos.
Leer.
Correo electrónico.
Autobús.
Hospital.
Yo
quiero ir a la derecha y tú a la izquierda. A la. Stop listening.
Conmigo.
Hospital.
Ir.
Banco.
El hospital también está en la calle Aguilar. Calle.
Calle.
Contigo.
Para.
Carta.
Los hospitales están en la ciudad.
Hospitales.
Estación. Trabajo.
Metro.
Aeropuerto.
Esta mañana quiero tomar el metro. No quiero usar mi carro.
Hoy la persona quiere usar el metro.
Este banco no tiene
Banco.
Está.
Los hoteles están en la calle Aguilar.
A la izquierda. O a la derecha. Ok. ¿Por qué no quieres tomar el metro? Necesito tomar el autobús en la mañana. Yeah, that's fine. Quiero tomar el tren a Nueva York. Do we need a the? No. Oh, alright. Okay. ¿Quieres ir al parque? Hoy.
El supermercado está a la izquierda.
El restaurante es de estación de la tren. El
Oh.
La.
I knew that. Estoy al café. Oh no, I'm gonna sneeze. Okay. Estoy al café del pueblo. Oh yeah. I'm not to that. I'm in the
El café al lado del restaurante está.
totally forgot the verb. Están en el parque ahora.
Disculpe.
Señora.
¿Dónde está Marsella?
No.
La calle Marsella.
¿Eh? Oh, I guess you don't need. Huh. María ya quiere ir a Guatemala con su novio. Oh, whoops, boyfriend. Yeah, her husband.
La calle Vargas está
muy lejos de aquí.
Aquí.
Okay. Juan quiere ir al café en la mañana.
La maleta está a tu izquierda.
Izquierda. Oh, I swapped the E and the I. Whoops.
A la izquierda.
A la izquierda. Café del pueblo. María quiere ir a Guatemala con su esposo. Okay. Let's keep going. We're there. We're getting there.
Quiero tomar el tren a Nueva York.
Los hoteles están cerca del aeropuerto.
Está.
Yo quiero ir a la derecha y tú a la izquierda.
Estamos.
Antonio vive en España y quiere ir a Francia de vacaciones. Él está en la estación de tren.
Quiere viajar.
¿Qué quieres comprar en el supermercado?
Wait.
¿Qué quieres comprar en el supermercado?
¿Qué quieres? What?
¿Qué quieres comprar en el supermercado? Mi papá siempre necesita viajar en tren a su trabajo. Su casa está cerca de 2 estaciones de tren. Es perfecto para...
¿Quieres tomar el autobús o el metro? Señora Martínez necesita ir al aeropuerto. Okay.
¿Quién está en el café?
¿Está en el café?
El banco al lado del hotel está.
Esta ciudad tiene muchos bancos. La parada
del
autobús está cerca del parque. Okay.
La calle Vargas está
muy lejos de aquí.
¿De aquí?
Okay. Story time.
¿Dónde está tu novia? Bea está en el aeropuerto.
Oh.
Ella habla con el hombre.
I like this one a lot.
Hola.
It's so wholesome.
¿Necesitas ayuda?
Sí, voy para Barcelona. Y quisiera estar al lado de mi novia en el avión.
Está bien. Tenemos 2 asientos juntos.
I didn't realize al lado was in it, huh?
¿Dónde está tu novia?
No sé. ¿Puede ayudarme a buscarla?
¿Cómo es?
Ella es alta. Tiene el pelo negro.
Está bien.
Le gusta hacer deportes y bailar.
Ah,
A ella le encantan los animales, pero come demasiado chocolate.
está bien. ¿Cómo se llama tu novia?
Ah, yo no sé.
¿No sabes cómo se llama tu novia?
No tengo novia todavía. ¿Puede ayudarme a buscar una?
Juntos. Juntos. Novia. Animales. Necesitas ayuda. Ayuda. Avión. Okay. She doesn't have one yet. Alright, let's listen it up.
¿Dónde está tu novia?
I
Bea
got most of
está
it.
en el aeropuerto. Ella habla con el hombre del mostrador.
Hola. ¿Necesitas ayuda?
Sí, voy para Barcelona y quisiera estar al lado de mi novia en el avión.
Está bien. Tenemos 2 asientos juntos.
Perfecto.
¿Dónde está tu novia?
No sé. ¿Puede ayudarme a buscarla?
¿Cómo es?
Ella es alta. Tiene el pelo negro.
Está bien.
Le gusta hacer deportes y bailar. A ella le encantan los animales, pero come demasiado chocolate.
Está bien. ¿Cómo se llama tu novia?
Ah, yo no sé.
¿No sabes cómo se llama tu novia?
Oops.
No tengo novia todavía. ¿Puede ayudarme a buscar una?
¿Dónde? Bailar. Necesita ayuda. Ayuda. Voy. Habla. Okay. Off we go. Personalized practice. All right. Disfruta el sábado, Antonio.
¿Quieres trabajar?
¿Quieres trabajar el sábado, Eduardo?
El partido es el domingo. Mi fiesta de cumpleaños es el sábado.
El baile es el viernes.
Yo trabajo el lunes. Yo trabajo el lunes.
Mi cumpleaños es el viernes.
No quiero trabajar el domingo.
Trabajas el domingo.
El partido de béisbol es el jueves. El partido de béisbol es el jueves.
Okay. Focus, focus.
El
El hombre usa el teléfono.
¿Tú quieres leche?
Mi novia.
Mi novia es muy bonita.
Tú necesitas más pan.
Juan
Juan necesita usar el carro.
El señor Pérez y su madre italiana.
Quiero vivir en un pueblo bonito.
Oh. Oh.
Necesitas agua. Yo no uso mi teléfono. Mari, tú no tienes un teléfono. Mi abuela es española. Ella vive en Francia en una casa grande con mi abuelo y su mascota. Bruno, tú quieres un sombrero caro. ¿Necesitas dinero?
Yo quiero agua.
Focus, focus.
Gracias.
Gracias. Yo no necesito dinero.
Tú tienes mi bolígrafo.
Oh. No, yo no necesito un bolígrafo. Bolígrafo.
Sí, la señora necesita ayuda. Él tiene el
boleto y el pasaporte.
¿Tienes el boleto?
Señor, ¿tiene usted el boleto? Señor. Usted. Tiene. El boleto.
Okay.
Yo
Sure.
necesito ayuda, por favor.
Rafael. Tiene una amiga inglesa.
Yo necesito un bolígrafo, por favor.
Mi familia.
Mi familia.
¿Tienes el pasaporte?
Tú tienes mi bolígrafo.
Oh my
Señor,
gosh, I said
¿tiene
the
usted el
same thing
boleto?
twice.
Señor, ¿tiene usted el boleto? Tiene usted el boleto.
Tú tienes mi bolígrafo.
Annoying. Okay. Alright. Oh. I almost said the same thing again.
¿Quieres? No, pan.
¿Usted usa el teléfono? ¿Usted usa el teléfono?
I did not hear the L.
Tú no tienes el pasaporte. Tú no tienes el pasaporte.
Yo no uso el carro. Yo no uso el carro. Yo no uso el carro.
Yeah, I can't hear the...
Yo no uso el carro.
Yeah, it's like the L just disappeared. A lot of times. Hola, Xiao. Hola. Oops. S. Used the wrong one.
Gracias. Yo no quiero un té. Gracias. Yo no quiero un té.
Oh, I missed the S. Alright, let's listen to the podcast. Only one new story each unit. So sad.
Welcome back to Lillian Strangers, where I'm forced to talk to people I don't know. In case you care, here are some keywords you should know.
Pero. cerca. Viajar. Aeropuerto.
I'm Lily, and today we're listening to another stranger. Let's just get on with it.
Hola, soy Marta. Yo vivo en una ciudad pequeña, al lado de un hospital. Yo vivo en una ciudad pequeña.
Al lado.
Para ir al banco o al supermercado, necesito tomar un autobús. Necesito tomar un autobús. Mi casa está cerca del aeropuerto también. Pero no quiero ir al aeropuerto. No quiero viajar lejos.
Your life revolves around public transport, but you hate traveling. How fascinating. See you next time, or not.
Alright. Alright. 3 more exercises for
La
the day.
estación de
4 more.
tren está
La estación de tren está cerca de los parques. What the heck did it skip tren? El tren.
¿Por qué quieres ir al hotel?
¿Por qué quieres ir al hotel?
Yo quiero viajar con mi familia.
Viajar. Quiero disfrutar mi día. En el parque.
Estamos cerca del café.
Oh, Rusty. Estamos cerca del café. Oh, del café. Right. Roberto necesita ir a la estación aquí. Oh, here, not now.
Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos.
Okay. La estación. How's the language going? It's going pretty well. We're clean. We're finishing up for the day. It's been a long day. Today was like this is the longest day of the cycle because of Wanikani. Es cerca del hotel.
Francia tiene muchos trenes.
Está.
Perdón, señora, el
How's your day?
aeropuerto está cerca.
Perdón, señora. What?
Perdón, señora, el aeropuerto está cerca.
Madrid. Madrid tiene muchos trenes. Muchas estaciones. Estaciones del tren. Or is it de tren? De tren. Pretty good, actually. You got some good studying in, and you watched some French podcasts. Podcasts? I'm all about those podcasts. You're also going to DC today for a conference, so you leave in a few hours. Ooh, that's exciting for a conference. Wait, what is it that you... Conference. is that a secret too? Some people have secrets. What I mean is, you know, confidentiality. El aeropuerto.
Estamos cerca del café.
It's not for you, it's for a friend you're just going. Oh, so what is your friend doing? Estamos cerca del café. Roberto, let's screw this up again. Necesita ir a la estación ahora. That's kind of neat. You're taking the Amtrak down, I suppose, from Central Station, probably. Or actually, I don't even know what's called. Is this still Amtrak that runs from Central Station to DC? It's about petitioning to a city councilwoman about not taking away Medicaid. Ah, I see. Yep. Sounds about right. It sounds about right now. Esta ciudad tiene muchos bancos.
¿Quieres tomar el autobús o el metro?
¿Quieres tomar el autobús o el metro?
¿Quieres tomar el autobús o el metro?
Okay.
La maleta está a tu derecha.
Yeah, you'll be there for 3 days. You don't really want to go though? So why are you going? But you said you would go if I was needed, so moral support. But there's wonderful things that happen at DC. Where are you staying? Where are you going to be staying? The Marriott? Maybe next to a convention center? That very convention center you're going to is the convention center that Otakon is in. And I go to Otakon every year to volunteer. I work at Otakon. So you're probably going to that same convention center. It's the only convention center in DC. So usually there's like the Renaissance and the Marriott and stuff are nearby. I'm very familiar with that very specific area that you're going to. Been many years. You don't know exactly, you're just following her lead. Ah, it's a pretty nice place. It's the convention center is 2 blocks away from Chinatown, or what remains of Chinatown, but you can definitely go there for some wonderful things. Like I'm pretty sure that 99 Noodles spot is still, with the hand pulled noodles, are still in business there. And then Poke. There's a pretty wonderful Poke place as well if you're interested and whatnot. So yeah, that's probably the most familiar place that I'm aware of, like in that area, in that convention center, because I go there every year. But the last this will be the 18th year, I guess. Technically 17 because we didn't go during COVID. La maleta está a tu derecha. It's a nice place to walk around. Bad. I'm sure you'll be able to find something interesting. Yeah, I think the food is pretty above average in DC. Like where you're staying, since it's got to be close to the conference center, it's a walk away. Like it's 2 city blocks away, which is fantastic. And most of it is above average. So what I mean by that is it's nice to know when you go to a location and what you're in the mood for is above average across the board. So it's not like you're gonna have a miss oftentimes. I would say it would be a little bit difficult. The only experience I would say that probably would be below average is cost. Obviously, cost is probably the difference maker. But Going there. Yeah, grab a poke bowl every once in a while, and then stop by the few shops that are remaining in Chinatown. Pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable. Very, very close. We are nosotros. It's not every day that someone goes to a place that I'm actually familiar with. Usually people are like, oh, we went here. It's like, oh, I would really want to go there to get some food. If I ever travel, social eating is like top priority. Like, the reason why I'm sharing this is when you say, yep, you don't really want to go, but you offered if they wanted you to go though. I always make myself available because I know that if I had to go somewhere, I'm gonna plan some food around it. So if someone like needs me to, like, for example, if I had to drive, suddenly I have to drive 4.5 hours to a wedding, you bet the days I'm gonna be around there is gonna be about food. And just find all the randomness, and obviously both hit and miss. I don't, it doesn't matter to me. It's when you go somewhere, you kind of, I'm just kind of a social eater for the most part. I really do stand behind my euphemisms regarding food. Food is life. Nosotros estamos en la estación estación de metro. Oh, we're in
El hotel está a la izquierda del banco.
Izquierda. I hope you have a fun time. It is slightly too early for cherry blossoms. Slightly. So you might... No, it's slightly too early. Of course, if cherry blossom did happen, it would be very busy downtown. In DC, but... Wait! No, you're right on. Wait, when are you going? Today? Oh, you're just slightly, but cherry blossoms are out. You're so close to the cherry blossom, so I can definitely tell that it's either this week. If you didn't go now, the weekend is gonna be big because the National Cherry Blossom thing is happening right now. Yeah, the peak cherry blossom is in 3 days, but cherry blossoms have the national like cherry blossom thing. So you're actually close. You're really, really close to one of the busiest days, busiest weeks of DC, which is the first week of April when peak right after peak cherry blossoms. So you're in the thing, so you might be able to walk around and just chill out and see all the cherry blossom. Cherry blossom peak is supposed to happen in 2 or 3 days, so some of them might have already bloomed and whatnot. It's a really fantastic place. It's a huge... It's very crowded. Like, so usually the 1st of April is when DC has their cherry blossom viewing, you know. Sakura, right? Sakura trees. So who knows? That might be very... I'm not sure if you're into cherry blossom viewings. Not, but it's kind of a thing. Usually people would like live on the outskirts and like metro in and pack everything like sardines because you can practically not even sit anywhere because there's so many people. But if you're into being surrounded by people who like to be like just see people having a good time being around. It's kind of a vibe. It's quite a vibe. You've never seen them before and you wouldn't be opposed to seeing them? Ah, yeah. It should be all around. Most of there's cherry blossoms quite in places. So hopefully they've already bloomed. It's quite pretty. Since you're going during the week, it's not as busy as you might think when you're going during the week. Like during the day in the week. Like the work week for peeps. Like when the convention happens, most of the walking and stuff is occupied by the people in the conference around that area. I kind of feel I like the camaraderie and whatnot that deals with going to a conference, but of course you have a different situation where you're going with your friend and whatnot. But I imagine you can walk around and what, or are you going to the conference itself? I'm not sure. Like, are you gonna sit when is your friend presenting something at the conference? Is that how it's going? Kind of neat. Yeah, you don't know what's going on really. You'll just be sitting in the back while they do what they do. Ah, okay. That's nice of you. Manuel necesita ir al supermercado. A potential presentation, I think. Like a few people will be called up to go up there. If there's room, they will present. Oh, if you understand. Oh, okay, yeah. You know, those are from like my anecdotal story. Those are kind of sucky. The standby things where like, can you just tell me if I'm going to give a presentation or not? Like, this is my old cynical self, my like younger self. I always think of those like it's one of those things you still have to do the work and you don't even get sometimes you don't even get the opportunity to present. So it's one of those things like, am I going to present or not? Because if I get to present, then I will do the work. But being on standby is like, okay, I'll do the work, but I might not even get a chance to present it even after doing all the work. Yeah. That happened a couple times in my old like when I was younger, but generally speaking, nowadays I have obviously no qualms with that. It's more of an immature thing back in the old days, because if you do the work, save it for next time. You can repurpose work at any time. I went to a conference there before. I went to when I was a post-bac. So after I completed my college degree, I spent 2 years in a government research lab, and I was allowed to go to the ACA conference, and it took place in that same building. It's still the same building today. The American Cancer Society Association. So just walked around and sat in on extremely long-winded espresso depresso things about the state of affairs regarding cancer research and epidemiology of cancer and whatnot. Cancer is a very big downer. You don't usually like, you might occasionally hop in on someone's like great development or milestone, maybe like potential auspicious innovations in pharmacology or something when it comes to cancer, or reduced cancer occurrence due to like screening technology or something. But generally cancer is not the most exciting, not the most like optimistic thing when you spend the whole day listening to people like, yeah, this is a problem, oh, and also these problems and these problems, and the cost is, you know, going up, that kind of thing. I don't remember that. I think I was 23 or 24 years old. Man, that's over 10 years ago. in 10 years. La puerta. La puerta. But perhaps one day you'll go to a conference of your own when you hit the university, right? The university of your choice and whatnot. I think going to conferences with the regardless of being around people with similar, like, you know, physically just in an area where everyone has at least some overlapping long commitment to an interest, right? Is fantastic. I think it's indescribable. Indescribable. Like, I know the internet can feel like a really collective state oftentimes, but there's just something about being surrounded by people who arguably are far more brilliant than you. Like, that's how I felt. Whenever I go to conferences, I always felt humbled, and I love that feeling that there are people in the community that, hey, if I fail flat on my face, I hope these guys will compensate overall. You do randomly watch, hopefully you find something interesting enough to draw you into them. Yeah. You do randomly watch language related conferences on YouTube sometimes. Oh, okay. So you feel you would like to go, just want to find something like that. Yeah, I think it's super rare for someone who is very early on to have opportunities to go to specialized conferences. And like most things, in my opinion, even as an adult and early experience, it's very difficult to know what to look for and what you want to do and be inspired if you haven't gone there, right? So my first times and stuff, they were weird because I don't know what I was doing. I had no idea. But the idea is having that opportunity. Then, you know, the following one, when you go to universities and then you have to attend conferences and whatnot, you intuit and you get better at how to take like what works for you. But if you don't have any experience at all, like any opportunities, oftentimes you also don't see opportunity if you don't go. So hopefully you find something enlightening and inspiring. The first couple of conferences when I went in like college, it was tough. Like, I wasn't the guy, I don't get this and whatnot. And when I think back on it, it's like, boy howdy, you could do a lot more, but you can't know that until you have experience. And that's kind of what the internet has kind of sucked the life out of when it comes to scholastic people, like academic people, where they're like, well, I've seen this on YouTube, it can't be any different, like that kind of thing. Stay, optimistic. Here's a little bit of a hot take. If you want to be interested, if you want it to be meaningful, sometimes that goes a long way to making most moments in your life, like going to conferences, meaningful. I think sometimes people really underestimate their ability to find creative ways to be invested in something or seizing opportunity. Oftentimes when you're bored, I think part of the equation is that the individual has already been disinterested to begin with. So it's one of those things, a stranger comes up to me and talks to me about something. It's like, okay, I'm very tired, but let's go for it. And in the end of the day, it can still end up being miraculously rewarding. So I try often now as I'm older that any opportunity is possibly going to change your life. So try not to be so hopeless or think of the boring stuff. No time to dawdle and concern yourself with how disinteresting it could be. Try to figure out if there's something interesting, right? I think that's worth saying to pretty much anyone who I feel like they're not up for it at the time. I feel that way every single time I get ready and pack up for the conference, the Otakon, the anime conference, the anime convention that I go to everywhere. Like, you get excited talking about it, but then when you go, it's like, oh, okay, I need to drive. There's all these things, and it's gonna be tiring. But once you get there, it's like, great. And then you come back, you're tired. It's like, well, I'm glad I went. That kind of thing. Be those people. It's a startling difference between someone who's like, oh, I was tired, but I still went, and no regrets. Versus someone who said, I went, but it was a waste of time. I basically wasted my life. It was the worst experience ever. That, not worth your time. Not worth your time to think like that. I would love to hear what you end up doing at the conference. 3 days. That's some time. El hotel está far, lejos. Lejos, oh no. Lejos de la parada del autobús. Aside from the conference, you got tickets to see a Chronicles of Narnia play. What the heck, dude? That sounds amazing. Do you know anything about Chronicles of Narnia? I know not that much, other than like the movies, and not even all the movies, the two. You know what? I should at least watch those. You've seen the movies? Okay, maybe I should watch those too. Then we can talk about then I would have context for when you come back and describe the play. The play is fantastic. The downtown DC theater. I know I probably can guess which theater. It's a very prominent theater. So you're probably going to that specific one. It's a nice theater. So DC has a wonderful theater for that type of thing. How often do you go to plays? I don't get a chance to go to plays too often.
Yo necesito un banco ahora.
Un banco ahora.
Yo necesito un banco ahora.
You've seen one of them before, about 2 years ago, you think? I don't see plays often. You've seen a few though? Yeah, I've only seen a few across my life. I think the really, really cool one that I still remember was Seven? No. I'm older than that. Oh man, I feel so old. 21 years ago. I still remember the play I watched 21 years ago. It was in Canada. I want to say it was in Toronto. And it was a play of Mamma Mia. The ABBA Mamma Mia play. Which there's a movie on there, movie about that now, so you could probably see something that's fairly close. The movie, there was a recent Mamma Mia production, or like a movie production of that, which Wicked, recently also had the part 1, and then part 2 is coming up soon. I don't know if you saw the movie yet. I haven't seen the Wicked movie, the part 1 of the Wicked. And then King Kong happens to also be a lot of things that are adapted. Christmas ones and others you can't remember for the life of you. Yeah. I always were up for like seeing lots of Broadway stuff too. I haven't even been to watch Broadway in New York City, even like I don't know, watch a production of something like West Side Story or something like that. Watch no, I haven't been to Broadway, even being so close. You've seen most plays on Broadway? I see. That's awesome. I mean, what more do you... You can't go, like, that's fantastic. What more would you want for a, like, mainstream play enjoyment Broadway? I think Broadway is like the litmus test for more exotic theater. You know, like, you're not going to if you don't find possibly Broadway to be interesting, then going to like things on like a Shakespearean play or like Macbeth or something, that might be a bit of a stretch. So I think Broadway is a wonderful, like, middle of the road. Like, you're not going too hard. It's also incredibly enjoyable all around. For the most part. Until you develop like a snobbery for plays or something. Los estudiantes. I like movie adaptations of Broadway as well. Like, I didn't watch I watched Hamilton, reenactment, like a recording of Hamilton, and Chicago, like all those like musical for movie stuff, like Chicago, Moulin Rouge, Rent, West Side Story. And then I have yet to watch Wicked. I think they're very uplifting things. Sometimes you just want to smile and run along. I think one that was from left field was Tick Tick Boom. Tick Tick Boom was a left field one that I really enjoyed. It had what's his name? Andrew Garfield as the lead. So Tick Tick Boom was... It was depressing, of course. It was like it's somewhat like an autobiographical. If you knew reading behind like the person who wrote the play, it's semi-autobiographical, and his life was not very great. Usually a lot of times the people who create these set pieces tend to have very tumultuous lives, right? Some of the many famous creators and authors. And fun fact, you were in music theater for summer when you were 10. I have no musical theater training or anything like that. I think I was really far apart from that. I was the robot kid. The kid's like, oh, I ain't got time for extracurriculars. What is that? Unless it's a string instrument. I was in the orchestra, but that's acceptable because of Chinese parents. We couldn't afford pianos, so a violin was pretty good. That was the closest I got to music, like any form of performing arts. It was the violin. Music theater, huh? I remember in high school, I got to watch West Side Story. They did a production of West Side Story. The schools, like my classmates, were exceptional. They were very, very good. It does help that the school that we had, the high school that I went to, was one where they funneled all the cream of the crop thing. Like, everyone funneled in, so those extraordinary students tend to be whatever is most extraordinary around. Yeah. It's something else seeing your own classmates performing as well at that level. This is before the internet, right? Before the internet took hold and gave you examples of that. We're talking about 21 years ago. So 2000, yeah, roughly like 2003. Los estudiantes están... Yeah, I will watch the Narnia films. I just want to know what your thoughts are. Perhaps that's an exciting thing to look forward to. Take notes. I wonder if they're doing the whole Chronicles of Narnia. Like, how do you jam all of Chronicles of Narnia into a single play? That's my first thought already. They're like, dang, that must be some very abridged play. You would, how long is the play? Like, they do a play for each movie? Dang, is there an intermission? Is there like, do you get intermission and do you get snacks or something? Because a lot of times that's pretty cool too. I've been to a play where, yeah, okay. Dang, I would love to hear that. So, you said 3 days from now. 3 days, huh? You're going soon? Well, we'll have to prepare for a digression into the Chronicles of Narnia. Fun fact. Here's a fun fact. I'll share a fun fact. I have literally took a picture and touched a stone of the Narnia location with the, you know, the one on the beach with that stone where like most of the, it looks like this. And then like in closer to front there's like a tunnel view of it, but it's largely that stone in the middle of the ocean on the beach. Where is that? I think it was Raglan, right? If I remember correctly, it's probably Raglan Beach. It's a surfing beach. Or it's along the trip that when we went to Raglan. One of the more popular surfing places. It might have been that. It's in New Zealand. It's one of the beaches in New Zealand. If you're not surprised, because this is the post Peter Jackson as well. Peter Jackson moments. You have Western fantasy, go to New Zealand. Go and record on location in New Zealand. Yeah. It was when I was studying abroad in New Zealand in my 3rd year of college. So we went around. Obviously, we visited Lord of the Rings locations and whatnot, but Narnia had a few. How'd I like it? It was great. It was the first time I've ever been outside of the continental North America. Yeah, it was great. I was still finding my sea legs, obviously. College was my transformative years. The years when I attempted to become more social and take chances and do things. So New Zealand was probably one of those decisions. Yeah, I would say the word is it was very transformative. We got to go around most of North Island and then toward most of South Island. 3 months. It was like 3.5 months, something like that, a semester. That's how you're hoping going back to college will be for you. You're very antisocial, trying to be transformative. I see. Going back to college, how does that work, if I may ask? I hope it becomes very transformative. I think even, okay, hear me out. Since you're saying you're going back to college, the first time can suck, right? The second time could suck, but it doesn't always have to be the same. So if it sucked before, that means in my opinion, you're prepared now to, like, you know, seize the moment. And I honestly think there is something to be said about those who decide to go back. They're far more informed and they know far more experience on how to take advantage of college if you have the opportunity to do so. I feel a lot of people do not go back largely because the opportunity is very tough, right? Like financially, family, there are many things that prevent, but sometimes a second go around, knowing what you want and having a better idea, having experiences. Some people delay college to discover that as well. So Hopefully it's very transformative the next time you go. And obviously you're gonna be going in a different country, so it's gotta be different. Potential geology major, minor in translation. I see. Very nice, very nice. I still think to this day I want to get certified in other things, but maybe in a different way. I thought of a few licenses and qualifications that I might get into to work in a semi-professional capacity. It doesn't necessarily involve going back to college, but it is kind of nice to keep on learning, getting certified for them. Also, it doesn't involve traveling to France. I'm just saying because that's a brave. You're gonna ask, do I ever miss my professional life? Yeah, every day. I miss my professional life every day. I was in love with my professional life. You don't get burnt out being a professional if you don't love it, right? You get tired of it and you quit. I didn't quit because I hated my professional life. I quit because I loved it too much. I spent far too much time not caring about myself because it was an obsession. Couldn't do it forever, but perhaps now I'm a little bit more disciplined. I think you probably hear this all the time now in people in their 20s. Oh, they love this one thing and they dedicated their entire life to it, and then they burn out and they just have it hit a midlife crisis, right? That kind of thing. Maybe not as dramatic as that, because I came away with a lot of different skills to help me problem solve. But yeah, I threw everything at my professional life. It's probably why I'm a little bit more confident in saying that sustainability and discipline and forming the groundworks of so is very important. Oh, hey! Oh, it's been a while. Just popping in to say hi. It's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. The fetus. Yes, the fetus. Listen, I'm talking to someone who's even more a fetus than I am. How are you? Have you been doing well? Yeah, we're doing Spanish right now. We're about to end, getting to the end of our session here. How is that possible? Oh, SD is a youngin'. Very excited, have aspirations, talking about things they're looking forward to, you know? It's always lovely to hear younger people, more fetus than I am, being excited about future prospects. How are you doing? Has anything a quick super catch up. Since the last time we talked, I guess I was still in the language learning session. So now we are learning, we are combining Japanese, Mandarin, and Spanish together. So that's pretty much summarizes most of since the last time we talked. You love it when kids are excited about school. I know, right? It makes me instantly makes me want to think about my professional life and want to be the ones to greet the kids into every new year. It's always fun to see their progress educating. Oh, which by the way, SD, Arlo is a educator, and Arlo calls me a fetus, so you obviously can tell what the experience relationship is. There's far more experience than I am, actually. Oh, I did see you do French though. You did mention French before. SD is actually studying French, if I remember correctly, that you were gonna slightly touch French every now and then. SD actually wants to conquer French, and not like that came out. Yeah, SD's moving to France next year. Discuss. Whoops. Discuss. Los estudiantes están en la parada del autobús. A la puerta. Okay. ¿Dónde está la parada de la estación? No. Bus. Oh, just kidding. Estación. Está la estación. Estación del autobús. Oh, that's fair actually.
El. Hospital.
El hospital está cerca del parque.
¿El café está al lado del restaurante?
El café está al lado del somewhere. ¿Hotel?
¿El café está al lado del restaurante?
Oh, restaurante. Oh, you travel to France regularly, huh? Very neat, very neat.
Estamos
en la
Aguilar.
calle Aguilar. It's a weird name. Seasons are weird with climate change, yeah.
Los hospitales están en la ciudad.
Los hospitales están en la ciudad. Oh, and SD also speaks Spanish. I'm not even sure if I asked in what capacity. Are you a heritage speaker as well, SD? I don't remember. Did I ask? I'm not a regular traveler, but when you've been, it's always been May, June, or September. Oh, you did November once and it was cold. I forgot SD. I know that SD is very familiar with Dominican Spanish, but I didn't actually ask SD if they were a heritage speaker. I'm not sure if you're a heritage speaker as well for Spanish. I think we've already gone through that. You just happen to know Spanish because of your work environment, right? If I remember correctly from our last discussion a couple months ago. You don't know if you fit the requirement. Your second great grandmother was from El Salvador. Okay. After her, no one in your family spoke Spanish though. Okay. Fairly far removed. Francia tiene muchos trenes. Ah! I missed the S.
La estación de tren está cerca.
La estación de tren está cerca. You just learned Dominican Spanish given lots of extended family. Extended family. Every single cousin you have is half Dominican or Puerto Rican, I see. You took Spanish because you wanted to work in California high school and knew that Spanish was essential. Okay, got it. I took Spanish because it was offered in high school. Probably the very reason you learned Spanish. Yeah, SD has been sharing with me his little fun facts about Dominican Spanish. So I'm like, all the drops. Insane coincidence, but every cousin you have, like 12 or 13 of them, either have a Dominican or a Puerto Rican parent. And we just absorb their family into ours, so we are all familia. Familia es muy grande. Do you want to travel with me? ¿Quieres? ¿Quieres? ¿Quieres viajar conmigo?
Él está en el restaurante.
Él está en el restaurante del aeropuerto.
¿Dónde está la estación de autobuses?
¿Dónde está la parada del auto? Wait, ¿de los autobuses? No, ain't no way. I heard that.
¿Dónde está la estación de autobuses?
Oh, la estación. Wait.
¿Dónde está la estación de autobuses?
Are you saying you are? Huh. Interesting. El hotel está a la derecha o a la izquierda. Izquierda. Yeah, have you done any new projects? What not that I'm not sure if you can disclose any of that, but what have you been on? Okay, K fetus 1, K going to head off to bed. Oh, bedtime. All right. Yeah, hope to see you again. Thank you for stopping by. I would love to hear things that maybe that stick out that you're willing to share in the future. Looking forward to it. Our next meeting. It's pretty funny though, like Dominican and Puerto Rican people you're not related to at all are like your uncles and cousins just because we are so close with each other's family. Yeah, no worries. We've gone to the same family reunions and everything. Take care. Adios. Hasta luego. Yeah. Take care. I was gonna say au revoir, but not too comfortable with that. Maybe you should have stuck with like Auf Wiedersehen. Las mujeres. La mujer. So you're basically like you might as well be a heritage speaker at this point, right?
Están.
What do you call a not comfy where French uses German? Yeah, because it's unrelated to the two people who know French. You see what I mean? You see how that works? We just normalize the discomfort. What, you thought I was gonna like use something like matane or jane or something like that? That would be uneven still. Then it would make the other uncomfortable. You like to consider yourself one? You don't know if you fit the definition? No. You're I don't know what's called a heritage. You're a how yeah, we need like a term, like a celebratory term for like integrated heritage speaker. Like adopted. Heritage adoption. I think most of my Spanish was retained because I had friends. Friends who speak Spanish for some time, but not for extended, like extreme extended amount of time. But it was sufficient to leave a footprint of Spanish. There's something magical about having people, right? Having people. I can't emphasize it. It's really wonderful that you talk about your extended family and family in a very happy way, like a very collective way. You don't get to hear that too often, especially if you're like some person who streams in like a very niche thing. Oftentimes people who you encounter tend to self-select themselves for like being, I don't want to make them sound like I pity them. I really want them to be happy, but generally speaking, most of the stories I tend to hear are people who are lonely. Like lonely in the sense that it's not like they're not trying. They're trying, but it doesn't come off as that. So oftentimes they're a little bit estranged from their extended family or their immediate family even. So whenever they talk about things like, oh, hey, like, wow, I never talk like this with anyone else or something like that, it's a little disheartening. And I'm glad to hear it. It's not everyone, but I'm very happy whenever I hear someone who talks very fondly about both their extended family and their immediate family. Sometimes I can barely get individuals to even talk about their immediate family because they often do not have, they're very apathetic and or indifferent towards their immediate family. Yeah, not you, you're pretty chill, or maybe you're delusional. Now you're starting to sound like the others. Obviously, the greatest, in my opinion, one of the greatest gifts is to be around people, right? In my opinion, personally. And if you asked me 20 years ago, I would say, nah, not a chance. Like, I don't like people. Because people are not like me, right? That's kind of the early stages. And you being that kind of person, that's pretty remarkable, being Gen Z. I'm gonna be real, like maybe it's because of the metropolitan upbringing and constantly being close. Like maybe the city life is the thing that channels this, because a large majority of the people that I meet online tends to be people in isolated areas, right? They're not in the hustle bustle of the city most of the time. But it's very not common for those who in the Gen Z era, so anywhere between, I guess now you'll be 23 to, you're like barely there, but like the main distribution is 23 to 28, so possibly anyone as young as 20, maybe like 21 to in the far reaches in transitional, but it's between 23 and 28. Very, very isolated, incredibly isolated. Makes you just want to move them all together and have them like play a volleyball game or something, like, you know, like gather them up in a place and have them like literally hit a ball at each other. It's nice. It's nice. I'm happy and energetic around happy and energetic people. I think those who are very lethargic lacking energy, being able to have the opportunity to be around someone who's more energetic and positive and possibly be reliable, right? Like consistently reliable, and bring their energy back up. But the thing about human nature or human condition is that if it's like a chicken or the egg thing, if you are positive and you try to be positive, even if you're negative, then you are likely to become more and more surrounded with positive people. So when you were talking about it might be a coincidence that the energy and the personality of your extended family is really reflective of your own family, well, it's a double standard. People who are negative and withdrawn do not attract people who are positive and, you know, social, regardless if they're introverted or not. It's like charisma attracts charisma. And then charismatic people can choose to put them in positions in which they're exposed to not charismatic people, or those who don't want to be like extroverted or positive or whatnot. However, the other way around, if you're negative and you're closed off, then generally speaking, when you self-select yourself on the internet with other negative and closed off people, then you tend to be a collection of negative and closed off people. And I don't think those individuals lack any different qualities that prevent them from being around very positive people and proactive people. Circumstances and conditions, like environmental conditions, in my opinion, are far more attributed to being stuck in a state where everyone's basically evil. I mean, I'm not sure how deep your cynicism runs, SD, but I definitely heard a lot of my fair share of long-winded cynicism. Like, it's pulling teeth sometimes when someone says things like, oh, you know, what if this interviewer deliberately hates me so that no matter what I do, I don't get hired for this job? It's like, well, you can't think like that. Or it's very difficult to be successful at an interview if immediately that's what you spend most of your time thinking about, right? That kind of thing. I was picking up a very specific situation where someone was talking about how much they dislike themselves and how much they can't stop, like whenever they think about trying to do something like look for a job and whatnot, they've come up with every potential scenario that makes it that they don't want to, or it's not worth it. They were able to excuse themselves regardless. It's kind of tough. Anyways, on that very bright cherry note, we're gonna finish our lesson for today. Lessons, I think I have like 2 more. Las mujeres están...
Hotel.
Let's go. Francia tiene muchos trenes. Okay. Sí, la biblioteca está a la izquierda. Francia, yeah, I know. Don't Francia me. You know, buy as much SD. I'm kidding. I can't wait. You know what I would love to see pictures in the future. Like, definitely take pictures. I know, and you some people hear me out. Some people say like, oh, but you can just go look at pictures online. It's like, no. It's so different. It's so different when you know the person who's taking the pictures. In my opinion, I think it matters quite a bit. Lots of times, you know, people are like, oh, well, you could just go online and watch someone make a better quality. Like, I'm not looking for better quality. That happens quite a bit. So hear me out. Like, I prefer to know the person taking pictures. Like, if you accidentally put your finger across like half the Eiffel Tower, that's perfectly fine. I'm good. I'm good to go. At least I know that's your finger. You gotta have a story behind it. If you are streaming a year and 6 months into the future, I got you. All right, all right. What do the kids say these days? Bet? No, that's old, right? Deal. I'll try to stay alive for another year and 6 months. There's no guarantees I might be alive then, but we'll try to stay healthy until then. It's my pleasure if the only thing I have to do is to stay alive. Bet is still used? Oh, okay. Yeah, bet. Well, what is probably, I mean, this might sound like lots of kids would, your age probably would disagree with me, but one of the pleasures I get to have, one of the easiest tasks probably for myself personally, one of the easiest tasks if I were to help someone or like engage with someone is to stay alive as long as possible. I'll do it. Heck, hands down, I'll try my best to live as long as possible, to be a witness, right? I absolutely love if the only requirement is that I am here to witness someone doing great things for themselves, right? I wouldn't be streaming otherwise. Witness. Record, write something down. I was just talking to Turtle. Yeah, Curdle the Turtle is, I think there was an overlap at some point in the previous days. You might have seen that dude. He's, doing that now. He's kind of discovering that kind of thing, being really happy and trying to live in the moment, be excited about things to come, but also be excited about the things you're doing now to prepare for whatever is coming. Positive energy, folks. Positive energy. ¿Dónde está el café? Did I? Wait, it underlined café. I must have done a typo. Okay.
Yo necesito ir a la estación de tren.
Este banco no tiene dinero.
Este banco no tiene dinero. What kind of bank are we talking about?
Este banco no tiene dinero.
Mi hijo.
Mi hijo y yo. ¿Estamos?
Estamos
Ups.
en el parque.
El hospital está cerca del parque.
El hospital está cerca del parque.
Estamos.
¿Ne? Estamos. ¿What? Estamos cerca. ¿No? Cerca de
la puerta.
Quiero tomar el tren a Nueva York.
Quiero tomar. Wait.
Quiero tomar el tren a Nueva York.
El tren a Nueva York. I was gonna say, where's the New York shout out, huh? Tu maleta. Tu maleta está en el autobús. Okay. I'm a New York hater. You're a Parisian boy now? Oh no. Parisian boy. Oh no. It's over.
Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos. Esta ciudad tiene 3
You mess with
aeropuertos.
one of us, you mess with all of us. Oh, but SD is from New York.
Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos.
Throws baguette. Oh boy.
Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos. Esta ciudad tiene 3 aeropuertos. 3 tiene
3
aeropuertos.
Aeropuertos.
La estación de metro tiene muchos trenes.
¿A la izquierda o a la derecha?
I really like baguettes, though. Hands down. He got some. Oh no, I'm not sure if this is a thing that France does, but you got that, you know, olive oil, right? Olive oil, mince some garlics, or prep some black garlic. Squish it all in there. Slice up some baguette, dunk, and go to town. Yum yum. Just wait when I'm in France. Integration, designer, clothing, French accent, cigarettes, purely for aesthetics. We don't smoke in my neck of the woods. Okay, with the baguette in my pocket. Hear me out. I'm looking forward to the YouTube short. You know, where you're like over Frenchified clothing, having a French accent, decorative cigarette, while like taking a picture with the baguette just sticking out of the back pocket. Done. I'm ready for it. Celebrate. I made so many. There were so many people I made, like, you know, sentimental bets for the future, right? There's another person, like, I'm still waiting. It's gonna be another year or two. I have 2-year arrangements and 3-year arrangements. With Churn, we're gonna speak Chinese together in some way, shape, or form in like another 2 years. Like there's like wagers everywhere. Those people are not around, obviously, but I hope they come back in those 2 or 3 years, and let's see if we can own up to our sentimental bets for sure. Yeah. New York? What is that? I'm French. Sorry. I actually have a French family friend, and in that same I worked alongside a French Italian group. So like what I mean is my boss in the 2 years after college when I was working at the government facility, my postdoc, my boss, was Italian, and her working postdoc was French, and we like occupied a kind of like an office, a workspace together. So you kind of get used to, like, I hear what you type, but I can hear their voices, and they both happen to be male, so they're male French voices. I can hear them say that English with that accent. I can't make an impersonation of it. I'm not that great with impersonations. So izquierda is non-romantic. What do you mean by it's non-romantic? Oh, you mean it actually remembers? I mean, wait, is it actually non-romantic? Wait, what do you mean?
¿A la izquierda o a la derecha?
A la izquierda o a la derecha. It's from the Basque Esquerra, apparently. Oh, line was sinister. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yeah, because it's left. Yeah, left. Sinestra. Yeah. Are we close to the train station? Okay. Estamos cerca de la estación de tren.
El hotel está cerca de aquí.
Ah, typing hard.
¿Estás cerca del restaurante ahora? También quiere ir al parque.
Did I? Oh, I clicked on the wrong quiere. Quiero. Está a la izquierda o izquierda del banco. Oh, yes, del banco.
Él está en el restaurante del aeropuerto.
They doubled up, yeah. Let's see.
El banco está al lado del hotel.
Perdón, señor, ¿el parque está lejos?
Perdón, señor. El parque está cerca. Oh, lejos. Oops. I stopped listing afterward. How about están Luis y Nicolás? No. Y Nicolás están aquí. Fun fact, it's not really known if Basque sounds like Spanish or if Spanish sounds like Basque. Spanish from Spain, of course. The accent of someone speaking Basque, I don't even know how to say it in English. Sounds very similar, if not the same, to the accent Spanish people have. Oh, I see.
Señor.
Señor, a Basque? Okay, Basque. Okay. Because I keep saying Basque because that's all I can think about right now, Basque. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the one that I'm most familiar with is Catalan. Outside of like continental North America. I see. Pre-Indo-European, huh? Señor. Obviously, it's not in like the same lineage. I'm just talking about relationship to Spanish.
¿Dónde?
Or it may not be in the same lineage. Yeah, I know that, but I'm saying It's got no trace. Yeah, look. Yes, I'm aware. And it just survives in a little pocket in North Spain and some in France. Okay. Like even the Romans, that's fair. That's what it means to not have traceable lineage. But that's not what I was saying when I said Catalan. It's obvious that it had different lineage is why you would mention this kind of relation. Well, Hideyoshi mentions this anyway. It's his natural behavioral idiosyncrasy to do so. That was a little redundant. ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde está
la parada? Autobús.
Autobús.
María está en el café con su novio.
Wait a minute.
María está en el café con su novio.
Con su novio.
¿Dónde están los hoteles en esta ciudad? ¿Dónde están los hoteles en esta ciudad? ¿Dónde? Esta. ¿Dónde están los hoteles en esta ciudad? Están. En. ¿Dónde están los hoteles en esta ciudad? Los hoteles en esta ciudad. ¿Dónde están los hoteles en esta ciudad?
Okay. Sorry, some of the little things kind of fell out.
Quiero
Quiero ir
al parque. También.
Perdón, señor, ¿el parque está lejos?
How did I screw this up?
Perdón, señor, ¿el parque está lejos?
El parque está... Oh, lejos. You're gonna take a nap? Yeah. So you're not mentally destroyed for your trip? Yeah, I'm heading out too. So we're just gonna wrap up here. What's our last unit? Thanks for chilling. Chilling again. Good luck, good luck. I'm probably gonna hit up like Narnia, so we got something to talk about when you get back. You gotta take notes, okay? Take notes. Take notes. Pick out all the particularities and let me know what was interesting. Try to make it interesting. I would love to hear your thoughts about the DC conference area. You didn't know cerca, lejos were complete adjectives. Thought they needed a de. Oh, yeah. Me too. Sort of. I don't usually use them that way, yeah. What are we doing? Oh, we're looking at the completion of the stuff. It might be a regional thing, but perhaps, yeah. Izquierda, tomar. Okay, so these are new. Derecha, metro, al lado. Then we have some conjugations. Lejos, puerta, parada. Del and al are grammar points. And then we have some conjugations. Parque. Cerca. Wow, we had a lot today, actually. Viajar. Here is fine. Cerca de... Okay. Do they have cerca and cerca de as separate entries? They do. And then estación. Pretty much all. So it's like twice the number of new stuff. That's above average. Okay. Alright, time to look at if anything changed for my evening stuff, because I still got evening stuff. Later tonight. Oh, wait. it's slightly different. It's only 2 podcasts. Metro commute and lost directions. So they've changed it now. So now we're down to 2 podcasts. So it's kind of clearly they're going through this stuff. So podcast here, so pod 1, and then this one gets changed for a different pod. And then we have our adventure down here. So our pod 1 is lost direction. Intriguing. How does that work in a podcast setting? I feel like this is a Lucy thing. Lucy's gonna say it's gonna be a conspiracy. Metro commute. That checks out with our current vocabulary. Metro commute. That sounds like a Lucy thing too. How about Lily? And oh, this could be Falstaff. Oh, that would be kind of funny to hear what Falstaff thinks about bears giving directions. Probably not. And then Lucy, possibly here. What is our adventure? To the museum. What the... Maybe describing where things are in the museum. Alright. I feel like this is more of a Hunier thing. Alright. That's a wrap for today. So we're down to 2 podcasts. 2 podcasts in an adventure as opposed to 3. Alright folks, that's a wrap for today. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. If you're gonna watch this later, muchas gracias. Right. So we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is aftermath day for Wanikani. Almost March, right? Almost March. We'll be starting to do a few mini projects. Oh, and that's related to Spanish to some extent. Spanish is gonna stay unchanged. But there's gonna be something that follows Spanish. And for April, we're shifting the schedule a little bit. So we will be catching up with Wagotabi in this time slot. After Spanish on every non-peak day and aftermath day on Wanikani. So Wanikani is on a 5-day cycle a lot of times. The first 2 days are really high volume. So it's kind of like this where I end around this time, which is very, very late. But the other 3 days of the 5-day cycle, they tend to be low volume. So we'll fill in some of the time to do a few things. I'm catching up on Wagotabi, which is a current game. If you like Japanese, of course we're talking about Spanish right now, but if you like Japanese, it's a wonderful app that's constantly have monthly updates, and it's a 0 to whatever, as long as they have support. It's a adventure game and like kind of a JRPG style, kind of retro fitted Game Freak aesthetics with learning Japanese. I don't think I have found a counterpart of that type of project or persistent project for Spanish, unfortunately. But I've been told that there are wonderful learning material apps in Spanish, especially the one that uses comprehensible input, and immersion and comprehensible input. I think it's called Dreaming Spanish, so check that out if you're into that. I'm more looking for something that interfaces with my interests. So April is going to be actually 2 Japanese games. There's going to be another Japanese game that finally got a release date and is releasing next Monday. That's also another project in April. I will keep my eyes peeled for Spanish related things. It'll be fun, and you're more than welcome to follow or drop a hot take about something like a 0 to whatever from 0 Spanish video game of some sort that can be found on Steam, preferably. that we can check out to do a mini project. Other than that, we're going to be moving forward with Spanish into probably LLMs. The next stage in Spanish is to compare dual max with our Chinese experiments with LLM, which is at the end of the year. It will be largely stayed like this until the end of the year, right? Until then, see you next time, right? Hasta luego. Stay safe, stay healthy, and yeah, keep on trying to stay positive. Build that charisma points. Work on yourself, right? Adios.